Hello, everyone! It's Commander Trium, finally back again after making a number of edits to our video settings on the internet. You will see those represented. Yes, you will. Because you're going to, of course, stream all of this wonderful new content. Anyways, I've decided to forego my usual advertisements now, and instead just simply point you to the advertisements in the title screen on YouTube, which will tell you precisely all the information you require. And of course it's subject to editing because I don't like the necessarily everything that's written there, so I might have to do away with some of it, but we're going to experiment with it right now to see what automatically gets published and what does not. Just give me a moment. Yes, so all should be good now. And there will be included some important links there, which include the twitter.com link and this link to the link to this video library directly. So this and all the other videos that precede and follow it should be included. And of course the blog site. So check that out at on the YouTube page where you are watching this video now, and click on any of those links and you should be sweet, as they say, I believe is the correct term. Yes. Okay, we're at Jones Station, obviously in the Saginas system, and we are here doing this crap. We have to finish off 2 missions. We're going to start with this one, or not. We want the more expensive one. Haha! Okay, we'll do this one first. This will give us some money. We're also going to take some opportunity-driven any unidentified signal sources that come up, we will probably take an interest in, because we are short once again of resources to complete all of our various upgrades. We've upgraded our sensors, upgraded our shields, almost to 700 points, which for this type of freighter is, I think, very, very nice. I might even be able to trick it into giving me 800 shields. Either way, the shield strength has been substantially increased, as 2 previous combat rounds have illustrated. And we'll give our wingman a try. He's in the Ducklar system. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you're in the Delcar system. How nice.
Yep.
So I made a number of changes to my YouTube video broadcast thingamabob, so that all my advertised site information is now going to be published along with every single video that I ever record. Hopefully that will drive up traffic to the stream site and to the blog site, as well as the Twitter site too. I mean, it's all good, all to the positive.
I don't have Twitter, so I don't know how Twitter works.
Well, Twitter is basically a running, like, 240 character per instance tab on timeline on your life. You tweet like Donald Trump does. He tweets every once in a while, and he says something that contradicts something he said 10, 15 minutes ago, and everyone's all up in arms about it.
Sounds like something I don't want to deal with. I don't want people to know what I'm doing every 10, 15 minutes.
No, most people aren't interested in that. I guess they're interested in what the president is thinking every 10 or 15 minutes because it contradicts what he was thinking previously. So,
Yeah. Request doc.
what can I say? He's a senile old man and a terrible human being, and I think he probably needs to be impeached and thrown out of office forcibly. But I'll leave that to you folks to decide.
We'll leave him there.
We'll see.
It's good at distracting the less important people from the important problems in life.
You mean like North Korea?
Yep.
Well, some of the Russian investigation is starting to yield some results now. You'll be hearing more about that. I just don't know, like, honestly, what it takes to get a president removed from office. I mean, I don't think the American public will vote for him a second time, even though he is the incumbent. Incumbency usually favors you in an election, but
The first thing that needs to happen is he needs to actually do something worthwhile and benefits the country before anyone will re-vote him in.
and if he can't do that,
Then he probably won't get voted back in.
see, this wall thing, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. He keeps making comments about how great America is working lately, that, you know, unemployment's down and stock prices are up and everyone's happy and blissful and wealthy. But that isn't the reality. He's living in his own little world. I mean, CNN will cover... He blames CNN. First of all, he questions any criticism gets compounded into a kind of narrative where he's saying it's all fake news. Like, if you don't agree with him, it's fake news. It doesn't matter what you say.
Not necessarily defending Trump, but how truthful is the news?
It's questionable at the best of times.
Yeah, so it's not very truthful then, basically.
No, but it's up to you. It's up to you to decide what's truthful and what isn't in your own mind. What's most likely happening or not, based on the dynamics of what's going on. Now, no one is saying...
Simply give you the facts and tell you what the truth is instead of sugarcoating it and...
Yeah, but 30% of that is already perception. I mean, human beings, we see the world around us differently. We're going to tell the story differently, right? So, what is truth, really, is the question. And
that's getting into a whole philosophical debate that I'm not getting bother with tonight, but...
I'm just saying it's relevant. I don't want to get into it. I'm just saying...
There are certain facts in life that you can't see them differently. Water is wet. It's not dry. It'll never be fucking dry. You can't argue it.
No, it's a convention. Yes.
It's a fact. You cannot change it. But
Well,
our news reporting agencies will try to tell you that water is dry.
As an experienced debater myself, I can tell you that you can use language however you want. Language is a convention, an agreement that we speak to each other and that the words that we're using basically define our thoughts. If at any time whatsoever the words start to differ, or if I pick different words to use, or if you have a different understanding of the words that I'm using, already, right then and there, you have a dichotomy between understanding. And one person can say water is wet, the other dry. And what it means to one, it may not mean the same thing to the other, just as to agree that it's wet. So I'm just saying there are many differences in not only the language, but in the semantics, but in the description, the story that gets told from one person to another. They're subtle, they're basic, it's germane to human nature. That we're not always going to see things the same way. And we don't have to. Right? the agreement has to be on whether or not. That's why the ballot question that comes in, you know, when you see, I don't know how it is in the States. In Canada, you get a very simple ballot. There's a giant circle, and you mark an X in the spot of the person that you want to represent you, right? It's that simple. And I think electronic voting, it's more or less that simple. You touch the screen and you basically indicate a preference for one over the other. But the language that's being used, you know, the semantics of it, do play a role. And to simply, and what I'm saying is that to refer to that semantic and to use that as the excuse to say that they're publishing fake news all the time, or that they're lying about the Russia investigation, or that CNN is making shit up. CNN actually substantiates sources and tells you where it's getting its information from. Because Trump does this all the time, right? So CNN is forced to go back and say, okay, look, yes, he said we're lying, except that over here we have clip of video from 2 weeks ago when so-and-so said exactly what we said he said what we said he said. And so on. So I tend to fault Trump for trying to use semantics as an excuse to describe this difference I'm talking about between what the story one person tells and another. And I don't think it's credible. Fox News, likewise, it presents its story a little differently. It tends to be very pro-Trump. But what was it that happened last week? Sometimes they're stymied. Like, they don't know what to say. The Giuliani is his latest advisor. He's added to his team. And he's saying all kinds of things about North Korea, saying all kinds of things about his lawyer, what his lawyer would be willing to do for him, and may have done for him in the Russia investigation, including bribing other women, to say nothing prior to the election of the presidential election of 2016. Which of course affects the vote directly and means that he stole the election or committed electoral fraud to try to steal the election. It's evidence of that. It's against American law, and it's against the law here too. Can't do that. So if that doesn't get him thrown out, I don't know what would. At some point you have to say, look, elections need to be fair. They need to be held up to a certain level of scrutiny, and if someone breaks that, you have to make a decision.
Or they can remain fixed and everybody's happy.
Well, I don't think everyone's happy, but
Are you sure?
It's not up to me. I'm not an American. It's up to the people of the United States to sort out. I'm just advising. That's the best I can do. Do you want your elections to mean something? Well, then the majority should rule, is fundamental, right? Well, he didn't get a majority of the vote. Clinton actually had a larger share of the vote than Trump did. That's not false. That's not fake news. That's fact. All you have to do is go to the Electoral Commission of the United States. But people aren't willing to do this level of research. They expect CNN to do their research for them and tell them whether or not that's true. And then they blame CNN when... And then
maybe CNN should just tell the truth from the very beginning, and that's not a problem.
Well, I don't think it is a problem if they're telling the truth at all, right?
Well, at the end of the day, people are stupid. It's just the way it is. You sit, freak out, and worry about it all day long, you're going to be awful damn miserable.
But at some point, we need to be smart about our voting. I think we really do. Because, I mean,
How the hell can you be in a system that promotes mining and have no fucking collector limpets at any of the stations there?
I just said people are stupid, so that's one way.
I gotta jump 8 light years away just so I can buy some collector limpets to come back here so I can fucking mine. Or wait 48 minutes.
You have to jump 8 light years to get collector limpets? My God, where are you? What backwater worlds are you traveling through? Delcar. Remember not to go there ever because they're low tech. Have they?
They got high-level prospector limpets, but no collector limpets.
Hey, Steve, can you help me out?
Hold on a minute. What are you trying to do?
Did we select? Oh yeah, we selected our system already. Okay, so we're done here. And we have to do this. Oh no, we forgot. Do we have an SRV module?
Landing lock disengaged. Exit is clear. Landing gear retracted.
Oh dear me.
Maybe you heard him scurrying.
I just did it to myself again. I have to go back into the starport that I just took.
Shit about complaining about having to jump 8 layers to get a collector limpet.
Landing off the ramps to make your way to landing line 2.
There we go. There we go.
Automatic docking system engaged.
Yeah, well, I have to go back 6 kilometers through the space doors and land my ship again at the Coriolis spaceport because I forgot to include SRV bays that I'm going to need to scan this planet that I'm going to. What?
I don't know. I gave up a long time ago.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
It doesn't seem like the American public really watches CNN, you know?
That's because nobody really cares in the long run. They just want their 30 seconds of ammunition so they can bitch and gripe about how the world isn't fair.
So they're fighting for that last, 15% of the electorate that actually does pay attention still.
They're just trying to blow as much smoke up everybody's ass as they can. So it don't really matter at the end of the day.
I know, it's sad. It would be nice if you had journalism organizations tell the truth. PBS NewsHour does, but it's not very exciting to watch. But I do watch PBS NewsHour quite a bit.
So I ended up, after you logged off this morning, while I was waiting for everyone to get ready so we could go out to the range.
Yeah.
I was messing around. And I ended up getting, my FSD drive.
Yeah.
I got a 7A and I upgraded the shit out of it. I can now jump like just right around 30 light years maximum with my cutter. Right now, the way I'm sitting, I could jump 21.68 light years.
That's what they said the Anaconda will do normally. Once it's properly upgraded, it'll jump somewhere between 25 and 30 light years. And as for the Corvette, I haven't gotten anything about the Corvette yet, but I'm still, like, I'm not close enough to Admiral to really work.
The Corvette, from what I was seeing, 15 to 18 is typically what it gets.
Yeah, I have to verify that number. I need to see that for certain. Otherwise, I will likely end up picking the same ship as you, eventually. But you have a lot more rank established with the Empire than I do.
Well, I would hope so.
I've been doing a lot more with the Empire than I have. Yeah, but I just don't, I don't know, the Empire and the slave thing has kind of bugged me the whole game, so... I mean, I know it's just a game, and the Empire...
Reworded to self-imposed...
well, it's the whole system, really. Yeah. I have a different view of utopia, I guess, than you would think of in the Empire. But I mean, if you want me to to role play an Imperial, I mean, I'm certainly quite capable of doing that. It's just not something I want to devote my time to right at this juncture. Right now, I'm an independent. Right now, I'm an independent.
How much role playing I do?
No, I know, but I mean, if I'm going to be part of the Empire, then I'm going to, start talking. I'm a very, very obsessive person about these kinds of things. I want to be part of something. Right now, I feel like I'm more a part of the Federation than the Empire, even though I'm technically an independent pilot with no affiliation to the Empire. To the Federation. And I keep meaning to write an article about getting rid of Hudson as president. Like, if all the commanders gang up and convince the people somehow to vote in favor of another president, but commanders aren't generally the people. They're kind of an elite group, ergo the name elite, I guess.
Okay, a Class 7 Prospector Limpet can run 8 limpets at a time.
Oh, no.
I don't know why I need to run that many limpets for prospecting.
You don't. Just get a Class 4 limpet and run your 3 limpets at a time at range, whatever, 3 kilometers, and you'll be happy.
I can't get a Class 4 Prospector Limpet controller. You got a Class 3, a Class 5, or a Class 7?
Go for a Class 5.
2, 4, or 8. Max limpets.
I think you're allowed a Class 4 collector limpet, though.
Possibly, but I gotta go somewhere else to find collector limpets, so...
They aren't very common, no. Now, hey, hold on here. I had a configuration of this ship with 2 fighters in the fighter hangar and 2 SRVs. But now I need 1 SRV. So, what the hell? I'm going to pull out the fuel scoop. We don't need the fuel scoop anymore. And now we need the planetary vehicle hangar. Class 6. Holy shit. I can have a Class 6G planetary vehicle hangar with 4 SRVs.
Yeah, what do you need that for?
I don't. But that's... right now, Class 6 is where... You know what? The hell with this. I'm going to pull out... I'm going to have 2 fighters. I want 2 fighters. Can I have fighters? Where are my fighters? There's no fighters here.
Not having much luck.
What the hell? My label printer just spun up. Mysteriously, after being off for like months. Oh, I don't know. What do I need for? I don't know, I guess just to have one might be funny. Here, let's take a Class 6G planetary vehicle hangar. Ooh. Yeah, we'll take 6G. Buying options. Store the other component, which is the fuel scoop, in the locker. And now I have to buy 4 vehicles. That's every Scarab 1. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is ridiculous. 4. And I'll trade that out as soon as I can for a fighter hangar. Okay, back. Stored modules, please. I want to bring up my... What do we got here? I know I have a fighter hangar in here somewhere. Come on. Collector limpet controller, 7 minutes. It is at LHS 2931. Bring that up here. Transfer to this station, please. I need you to bring the fighter hangar 6D with 2 vehicle slots from LHS 2931. Transfer that here as well. In fact, transfer everything from LHS 2931 up here. Okay, we got everything. Temporarily, I have the crap that I had at one base now transferring up here from another, because we're going to leave the sector right away. But first, we will use our mighty hand launch. Okay, and 7 minutes from now we should have all of our equipment at this station.
Landing coupler deactivated. Your way is clear to depart.
Landing gear retracted.
Laying in a new course for the Helios system. Hyperspace factor locked on. Got to solve 2 missions worth 5 million credits. And then we will control the entire galaxy.
You are all clear. Good luck, Commander.
Let me know how that turns out.
What, being dictator of the galaxy?
I need so I can go do some major mining operations.
Oh, you're doing mining.
That's why I'm in Delcar. This is one of the systems that that one guy, that friend of yours, said to check out.
Well,
Right now.
I'm going to want to be there eventually. I just have 2 missions to finish.
Landing gear. Well, then hurry up, get your missions finished.
Yes, we will do that. Hang on. We're slowing down. The scanner is now scanning the system so that we can get
Landing gear.
mission critical message receiving. Planetary scan job. Scan data is Kelio 6A. Very good then. Spike is on.
Who?
It's Spike. He's the guy that got all pissed. That's the guy who refused to, like, actually use a headset. He was trying to make me talk with his speaker turned on, so I couldn't really talk to him. And now I'm scared to talk to him again because I'm gonna have to be unpleasant and oh, hang on, and insist he use his headset. And he doesn't seem to want to use his headset. What the hell, like, is people's problems with headsets? I don't know, but
The problem is the microphones sit and collect all the sound coming out of your speakers. I mean, half the time I gotta sit and.
well, I know that, but
Back over to my headset when you invite me to group.
yeah, that's fine. But if you have a headset, you don't have to worry about the microphone and speakers conflicting because it's a headset.
Yeah. That's the reason they're made that way. Anyway. Another instance where people like to be stupid.
No, it was just being. He had to help his mom or something, so. But he could have told me, like, voice when we were connected, like, okay, I've got a mic, but I can't really use the headset right now. But instead, he's all being, like. He's being all bitter and everything about, like, you know, me wanting him to use the headset. It's like, well, it's not my fault. Christ.
What'd you tell him to duct tape his speakers to his ears?
Oh, good. Nice big debris field here. Haha. Oh shit, we've only got 1 limpet. It's gone now, but I can make another one. Hang on. Cargo scoop open. Okay, we need the limpet maker. Synthesis limpets. Basic limpets are being created. We now have some more limpets. Oh, good. I can only use 2 at a time anyway. Come on, give me some nice goodies. Mechanical scrap, isn't that fun? Mechanical equipment, okay. All useless to me. Okay, now moving on 6A. I must use the opportunities that are presented to find additional scrap bits so that I can put together the rest of my sensor assembly and finish off my bi-weave shield extensions and enhancements. Okay, entering the gas giant vicinity. There are resources and extraction sites. There's a ring system here. It is made of ice. Aren't the ones with made of metal better?
For what?
What is it? What is it that you were looking for? That
Well, pristine reserves on metallic rings, asteroids.
Yeah, but you were looking for something specific. Compound. Painite, that's it. Yeah, there we go. I found my building. Altering course.
Yay, I found collector lipids.
You can make collector limpets on your ship.
But I don't wanna. I need the controller.
Oh, the controller, yes. Without the controller, we'll be doing nothing.
Exactly.
Three, 2.5. Here we go. Coming up on the building. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're now 15 kilometers from target.
Seconds would be 12 minutes? No.
720 seconds? No. It'd be like 8 minutes, I think.
I don't know, I got a handy dandy calculator sitting next to me. I can just use the damn thing.
That would probably be ideal. Activating lighting?
Yeah, it would be 12 minutes.
It is 12 minutes, oh, okay.
I might just do that at 1,500 meter target range. But the downside is I can only have 3 active limpets. I want more limpets. That's what I need.
Okay, landing gear is down.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed. Stand by for crash landing. Coming up on 500 meters off the port. Okay. Landing. We're down. Okay, deploy Scarab 1. And here's Scarab 1. An unmarked gray piece of crap. So I have $5 left in my visa. I was thinking about getting colors for my fighter and my whatchamacallit.
Have you seen my fighters? I got them. I got paint jobs for them.
Oh, Christ. What the hell? I forget how SRVs work. Okay. Stop. What the hell is going on? There we are. Okay.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Okay. Okay, fuck off. I'm being shot at. Oh! Popped my shields are offline. I'm now underneath my mothership shield protection. Aha! Come get me in here, assholes. You'll never get me now. Mission successful. Return to Lee Station. Wait, Lee Station, that's in LHS 2931.
Yeah.
I just transferred all my hard-earned equipment there. From there.
Under attack.
Die!
Target destroyed. deployed.
Okay, I killed 2 of the skimmers. They're dead now.
Cargo scope retracted. Shields online.
Well, this just sucks.
What? No pay night?
I'm using 102% usage. I need to
New power plant.
shut something down.
Hang on.
New power
Board.
plant only produces 3 megawatts more than what I've got. Actually, what I'll do is just shut down a booster. That should give me enough. Yep. I don't need, shouldn't be needing a lot of shield boosters when I'm
No.
mining.
No. Okay, we're leaving the planet now. We have our 2.3 million credits. Bye!
Landing gear retracted.
Now we have to go destroy the power grid on another planet. And then we'll vacate the area. It seems someone's after us. Maybe I should deploy a fighter. Okay, how about we do this?
Flight assist off.
It's a dolphin. So I boosted my ship and then turned off my thrusters and took out my flight assist, turned around, pointed at the target that was following me to identify it as a dolphin. The problem with this strategy is that there's no actual upward engine thrust anymore, and the planet's gravity will eventually take hold and I'll be forced, well, to crash.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this conundrum. La, 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 la.
Launch a fighter.
That means I'll be able to. I can.
You can scan them.
Then I can watch my ship crash on the planet's surface.
You'll just land your ship on the surface and be done with it, and you don't have to crash.
Flight assist on.
Okay, I just turned the flight assist back on and got control of the ship. Okay, now we have to pick a different target. Transactions. Power down the emplacement power grid for 1.5 million credits in the Hobutus system. Alright. Let's look at doing that. How do we make that happen? Well, I can get my battleship up here.
Landing gear.
Alright, we won't do that. You know what? I don't even see you on the big map.
You'll see who.
You. Oh, there you are. Hey, you're not that far away. You're in the convoy system. Convoy system.
Heading to Delcar.
Actually, we'll go to Lee Station because it's en route to Hilbutus.
Okay, I'll be back shortly. I gotta go find a restroom.
Okay.
Friendship drive charging.
3, that was pointless.
Frameshift drive charging.
I am back.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping to Delcar now.
Actually, I just, part of my, dissertation that I left on the recording, on the default recording, screen of YouTube's game playing site is, oh great, affair de lance. Biff Beacon, he is wanted. Bringing this up, hang on.
Understood. Building up telepresence for fighter control. Fighter deployed. I'm here if you need me.
Under attack from a ferret lance. Actually, I'm attacking him. Target shields are down.
Enemy is fleeing. Target their subsystems, Commander. Tango is down.
Hostile was obliterated for 108,000 credit bounty. There were 2 anacondas from police ship sources. System sources have, okay. I need you to engage the cargo scoop. Launch 1. Launch 2. So the what long and short of it is, the ESRB rating for our content here is rated T for teen, with a cautionary regarding discourse concerning sex, drugs, violence.
So I can't say fuck no more.
Oh, and strong language.
So I can say fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
As long
I can say fuck, I'm good to go.
with a personal recommendation that the parental consent be sought before watching these videos. But technically, I found precedent in the ESRB's library to, you know, what was mature was Grand Theft Auto 5 has a rating of M mature, as does Assassin's Creed and a bunch of other games that are ultra violent. Sex, drugs, violence, strong violence, nudity,
Drugs, rock and roll.
mature content suitable for adults only, or ages 17 plus.
So I decided to steal one of my wife's beers that she bought last night. It tastes good, but yeah, still think I want my Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I want to finish a bottle off tonight or not.
Well, it depends how many times you're going to crash your ship into a starbase.
Oh, I've been doing it for the last couple nights.
Yeah. Recall fighter.
Okay.
Stop. I'll stop. 206, 170, 150, 120, 100 meters. And
Bunch of damn conflict zones in the middle of where I want to go.
Fighters locked down. We're good to go, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Do I want a light colored ring, a dark colored ring, or a medium colored ring, or a transparent ring?
oh my god. The police ships are too close to me and they're preventing me from jumping. Increasing powered engines. 3, 2, 1, finally. Those anacondas are sure disruptive, I must say. Lee Station. Approaching target. Now arriving Lee Station. Oh my god!
Please comply with StarCom protocols when attempting to dock in this vicinity.
It's the train!
Request approved. Head directly to docking bay 17. Initiating auto-docking sequence.
Alright, now what do we got here?
Landing gear deployed.
I just thought I saw a body inside the space station lying on the ground. It was a set of boxes. They were like in the shape of a person from a certain perspective. And it just looks like they're face down in the ground.
Ship is down. Clear for system shutdown.
I think there should be bodies. Like when you go to those derelict generation ships, you should be able to look through the window and see like bodies floating around or just on the floor if there's still gravity. When they get space legs, I suspect there'll be missions for those things. That you'll be allowed to dock with them and like cut through the hull and then gain access to the interior of the ship and be part of the investigation to find out what the hell went wrong. Some of those stories could be very good missions for a Space Legs adventure.
Could.
I think. Okay, we are going to go to the mission board and check in our mission.
Well, where the hell is this limpet going? I did a lot of fucking good.
Well, I can go back and do that same mission again. And get another 2.3 million if I want.
What is
Or
stupid limpet? Overshot the target.
Or the corporate strike against 8 targets. Rating is competent. 8 century skimmers. Find your targets at Acker's claim. Collect your reward from lease station. The corporate strike against... Okay. 8 century skimmers. So this will be a planetary mission. Yes, it is a planetary mission. Corporate strike. 8 century skimmers, eh? It's 2.4 million. It's tempting. That's a lot of money, 2.4 million.
Let's see it. 6 limpets works better than 4 for collecting it.
Well, there's only 8 targets, so all I have to do is have my limpets survive, or not my limpets, my SRVs survive through the kill, through 2...
I'm talking about mining here.
Yeah, I know, and I'm talking about SRV. SRVs killing sentries. For 2.4 million credits, it's pretty good, I think. But no, I better finish off the other mission and then come down with my ship. Otherwise I'll be here all night. And I can't afford to be here all night. Power down the emplacement power grid. Okay. This won't... Are you sure it's germanium? Because there's...
That's what the label says.
I know, but there's false germanium.
I don't care. It sells the same.
If it's false, it's not really germanium. That's like saying fake news is real news.
I could sell it like fool's gold then. Some idiot will buy it because he's a fool.
Oh my god. We're not going to have the radioactive gold conversation again, are we?
You want to have that conversation again?
How it's the same as... It's the same as the real thing, because no one ever touches it at a practical level. It's not ripping people off. It's the same. Just encased in lead.
Damn. I need more. But I can deplete the asteroid before they can get everything collected.
Yeah. Well, Universal Cartographics, what do you say? Nothing useful, as usual.
Chromium, phosphorus. See, some carbon, some germanium, some uraninite, and bertrandite left to collect.
No painite, though.
Nope.
At least not yet. What else do I want? Oh yeah, limpets. Hang on, I gotta buy some limpets. Do you remember that stupid fucking Christmas song that Homer Simpson came up with?
I don't like Christmas, so therefore I don't participate in Christmas.
Alright then. Do you like Homer Simpson?
Depends on how bored I am.
He's a pretty,
Presidium, there we go. That shit's worth money.
Oh, by the way, there's a, if you go to the rare system at the core of the Alliance, in the big circle of rare goods that you can ferry from one planet to the next when you have when you have very few spaces on your ship, and you can make money that way. You just go around and around in a big sketchy circle, and then you cash out at the end.
What now?
Well, the way I made money early on was I got like access to the rare goods list, and then I built a travel route from a number of stars, including Orare, Lave, Rayorte, you know, a bunch of those worlds, where you got rare goods that were only manufactured on one world and one world alone, but demanded by many others. And so their value was high. And you could cash in at WinNT at the WinNT planet or whatever the hell it is, Wint, and it would give you, it would pay you for all these rare goods a large sum of money all at once, so that as long as you traveled like through the 60 light year loop over and over again in your Cobra Mark III and filled your cargo holds with this crap, you could always make like 1 million credits off of it. But only 1 million, right? And you had to do that a bunch of times until you got to the point where you could upgrade your ship. Well, of course, it takes many, many trips to be able to upgrade from a Cobra to a superior vessel, which is the ASP, I think, ASP Explorer in my case.
I never had any of it. I had an Eagle, and then I jumped right to the ASP Explorer.
Oh, really? I went from the Sidewinder to the Cobra to the Asp Explorer. I never had the Eagle.
I bought the Eagle because I thought it looked cool.
It does look cool, but I wanted something a bit tougher that could hang in a fight. And unfortunately, the Cobra Mark III doesn't hang together in too many fights.
I just made sure that my Eagle could fly really, really fast and outrun everything.
Yeah, the Cobra Mark III didn't do that. It actually had to win the fight. So early on, I had to learn how to become a competent combat pilot as well. If I ever got into a tangle with someone, I had to make sure I could either outrun them like you could if it was an adder or something, or beat them, which I could also do to adders, depending on how competent their grade was. Many times I was attacked by eagles. I blew them up. Other sidewinders, smaller ships, you know. Okay, so now what are we looking for? Something else I'm missing. There's a crappy shipyard with 15 ships in it. Oh. The Alliance Chieftain for 20 million credits. The Orca for 48 million. Fair to Lancer 51. Python for 56. Type 9 Heavy for 76. Beluga Liner. And the Type 10 Defender for 124. $999.95. And for 146, $999, you can have the Anaconda.
Buy it!
Tempting, but no, because I can buy it for 120 from Li Yong Rui. There is a 30% discount available somewhere in the game. I don't know where, but if there's a world with a 30% off on the Anaconda, that's going to translate down to 110 million credits, roughly.
If you can find it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. About 110 million credits, that's a price that you just cannot beat. Of course, the Anaconda probably fall apart the moment you leave the station. It'll just like disintegrate in space on its own somehow. Comes with Cobus Verity. Lightweight alloys, 80 power plant, 70 thrusters, 60 frame shift drive, 5E life support, 80 power distributor, 80 sensors, and a 5C fuel tank. Capacity 32 metric tons. All yours for $146,999, $99.99, $95. Or there's the Type 10, which is full of missiles and bristling with weapons, and oh my god.
I had a Type 10.
Did you sell it to get your large craft? You did, eh? Yep. See, I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying desperately to keep all my ships.
I don't see the point in keeping ships I don't use.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can sell this one for a clear 136 million. That would give me 236 million credits to go buy the Anaconda. But if I do that, I'll lose the Type 9 completely. Just a pain in the ass. Given how hard it was to upgrade it to this point. It represents such a... What's that?
This meteorite is fucking huge. It's like about 350 meters. No, 500. 600.
But it does carry, the Anaconda... The Anaconda does have the advantage of carrying a fair bit of cargo on its own. I mean, you can do 4 roles with that ship. You can be a miner, a trader, you can be a fighter, or an explorer. And it's competent, it's considered like a good craft on all those fronts.
Yeah, it's a jack of all trades.
Yeah. Like, if you need to be a fighter, it's got the weapon slots. You can fill up, you can have the thing bristling with weapons of every known type. You can beat the crap out of a Cyclops class Thargoid interceptor on your own, if you so choose, and if you have the upgrades to back it up. In other words, if you have backed up shields, 1,200 shields and 3,000 armor and God knows what else, you could easily handle a Cyclops with AX weaponry and Guardian weapons. I can't remember for the life of me what the hell I'm supposed to be worried about here at this station. So we'll just go. Oh, livery, that's what it was. The livery. Enter the hangar, go to the livery.
New material discovered. Cadmium.
You've never had cadmium before?
Apparently not.
How exciting for you.
How the hell did I get turned around so that I'm trying to use it off of depleted? Okay.
Front decal, Aisling Duval. Right decal, I'll take the Trade Entrepreneur, Trade Tycoon. Left decal, Trade Tycoon. Weapon detailing, I will take the yellow weapons color. This is 01. Vehicle Bay 2, Vessel Voice, Archer. Paint job. Let's go with vibrant purple. Decal, Aisling Duval. Right decal. Tycoon. Left decal. Tycoon. Weapon detail. Purple. Vehicle Bay 3. Archer. Paint job. We'll take Tactical Ice. Front decal, Aisling Duval. Right.
Are you outfitting all of your damned SRVs?
May as well, since I have the ship now. Detailing. I'll take weapon color cyan. Vehicle Bay 4, Vessel Voice, Archer. Paint job will be blue, vibrant. Front decal, Aisling Duval. Right decal, Tycoon. Yeah, well, I have 4 SRVs in my bay here, so...
How many fighters you got?
Just the one right now. I have to go back to the other starbase to pick up the fighter hangar to get the 2. Then I'll have 2 fighters, 4 SRVs, a total of 6 vehicles, and still have room for 500 cargo units in my ship. Isn't that just crazy?
I have 2 fighters on board, 3 limpet controllers, a 4A refinery, and 512 tons of cargo. Oh, and my docking computer. Since I'm in a system that I don't need my my galactic scanner or system scanner, I don't have that on board now.
Okay then. Now we're moving right along to our jump drive. Launch. We're launching. Launching. So I made each SRV a different color.
Landing lock disengaged. Your way is clear to depart.
Well, that was nice of you.
Well, I would like to color my fighters as well, but unfortunately, that costs money that you have to spend extra.
Well, you gotta spend money on to color your SRVs too.
Gate retracted.
Not for the you get a series. You get a series of colors by default, of generic colors, and then they have custom widgets that you can add. Unless I bought a package at some point in the past, I don't remember.
You probably bought a package because I can't.
You can't color your. Okay. So I guess I have to buy a package of fighters as well.
Yep. I bought a package for the fighters with my package for my cutter.
Yeah, I don't know. This Taipan fighter that I'm using, you know what? It hasn't even had shields go down once. The Condor does pretty well also. Like Galid configuration does really well against NPC targets, but it's there we go. I'm going to be jumping through a gas giant to get to this system. Here we go. I just love making my ship jump through things. Through mountains on planet surface, through just about whatever I can make a jump through. Okay, we're headed for Kinsey Prospect. There's only one plus there. This will be a bit of a mission. Let's see if I'm getting any status with the Federation as a result. No. What am I getting status with? Oh, the Alliance, which I already have 100% of. That's nice. So this is absolutely superfluous. It's only worth the money. It gives you nothing else.
God, I'd kill off the asteroid faster than my limpets could keep up.
You have a nice mining laser. What class of mining laser do you use?
I've got 2 Class 2 mining lasers.
And you swap those out of 2 weapon bays that you've selected for that purpose, right? Okay.
Yep.
Class 2. See, I've got Class 1 weapon bays on the Type 9. And I don't know if I should dedicate any Class 2s to this mining lasers, or if I should go with Class 1 mining laser. The Class 1 mining laser does fuck all. It takes forever to drill anything out of any... Even ice doesn't melt fast enough with the Class 1. It's hard to understand. What's that?
Run with 2 of them and only run 4 prospectors.
I guess, but I mean, if you're going to do mining, I think you should be serious about it and like outfit your ship properly for mining. And it seems that the only problem is in a Type 9 is that I'd be risking, you know, basic defense, compromising basic defense. I'd be completely reliant on fighters to defend the ship.
I've still got like 7 guns on here.
Yeah, well, that's your ship. If I had 7 guns, I'd feel a little bit differently. But, well, I do have 7 guns, but 2 of them are Class 1s.
Actually, no. What do I have for guns on this damn thing? I've got 5 guns and 2 mining lasers. So I got a total of 7.
Orbital flight engaged.
Okay, 6 kilometers away from target. A Viper Mark IV is flying nearby. It is clean, not wanted. It is probably going to take something of an interest in my ship the moment I start attacking it.
You have entered a trespass zone.
The trespass zone extends out 2 kilometers from the base. I'm going to back off.
Trespass zone cleared.
Jesus, this thing doesn't want you coming within 2 kilometers. And yet, as soon as we cross the perimeter, that's exactly what we're going to be doing.
Warning. You have entered a trespass zone. Frame shift charge detected.
Okay, we've gained a trespass bounty here. Hang on.
Under attack. Bounty incurred. Shields offline. Taking damage.
Ship was destroyed by ground fire.
What ship?
My freighter, along with all the cargo I had on board.
Oops.
That is a 10 million credit cost.
Now you know what it's like the 13 million oops I had the other night.
Current Type 9 Heavy, it's actually saying it's only 8.2, but the total amount of ship rebuy with including discounts is 9,341,737 credits. I'm back down to 75 million credits as final balance.
You could have my rebuy cost.
I'm in the stockade at Ross 640, just like you were. Okay, that sucked. And it sucked enough for me to call it a night, because I've got shows I would rather watch than have to rebuild 10 million credits worth of shit. I'm going to also take out that annoying and place
You should have come mining with me.
abandoning mission. Yes, confirmed. That is way too difficult.
Incoming message.
I don't give a shit. Nope, that's going to be it for tonight. I do not sit here and take a 10 million credit loss very lightly. Those gun turrets are way too powerful. I have 700 shields, for Christ's sake. I had 4 turrets on me, and the ground wasn't giving me any opportunity to actually land the ship, which would have stopped the attack. And I tried to get out of the no-fly zone, and that didn't work either. It just refused. I tried, like, picking every direction I could to get out of the no-fly zone, but the trespass stood. And it was a giant trespass zone. I mean, I've never seen something this large. A 2-kilometer wide... No, sorry. A 6-kilometer wide no trespass zone. It was extended a full 2 kilometers outside of each periphery of the base. The base itself was a plus-rated base with 1 square kilometer of occupied territory. That's 3 plus 3 equals 6.
Well, apparently a freighter is not the ship you want to go in to do espionage missions with.
Well, especially when they're only worth 1 million credits and you're going to lose 10 just trying to do them. I'm far better off just sticking to the simple scan and runaway missions.
Yeah, you can do the take down the power grid. You just use small ships that don't cost much to replace.
Well, no, but you have to send in. They say explicitly it has to be done with an SRV, and it does because of the way the bases are. No, the Eagle isn't going to be able to do shit. You're not going to hit the emplacement power grid with 4 plus God knows how many other interior turrets from the base itself shooting at you simultaneously. You will die. It won't matter.
Outside the safe zone, you don't.
You can't be outside the safe zone. It goes up 6 kilometers, it goes out 6 kilometers. There's no way in. It's a fortress.
Yeah. You land your ship.
I was trying to.
And drive your SRV up to the base.
As soon as you leave the 2 kilometer ring, what happens to your ship? It goes back up into orbit. You're left with an SRV only. And if your SRV gets taken out, what?
That's bad how? Because you get sent back to your ship.
No, you don't. Well, if it's in orbit, yes, but that ends the mission.
Well, you didn't have to replace the $10 million ship.
It's pointless, is what I'm trying to get across. You can argue it any way you want. If it respawns the power unit because you're not near the base anymore, well, then what the hell good is it? You're not going to get credit for it because if your SRV gets shot the hell out of because you didn't get close enough. I mean, I have 4 of them. That's why I brought 4 of them to this planet to do this mission. Christ. Alright, fine. I've done it against smaller bases with 1 kilometer rings. That I can do. Because you can land your ship inside the 2 kilometer ring and you can still have your SRV go in and out again after. But you can't do it with that kind of gigantic exclusion zone. It's just not tenable. And they don't tell you that, by the way, this base has a 6 kilometer zone around it that prevents you from getting close to landing your ship close to the base. I mean, sure, I could land 4 or 5 kilometers away. Who gives a damn? They never would have seen me coming. I'd have been, until I hit the perimeter with my SRV, I would have gotten the anti-trespass message, and the second that I got anywhere too far into the base, I have to drive 2 kilometers across the frontier. By the time I even get to the base, there's turrets already firing at me. How the hell is... I don't see how this is like a winnable situation. That's the whole point.
You give up too easily.
Well, some of them are unrealistically hard. This one was rated as competent and paid out 1.3 million. So I'm just not inclined to do the fucking power grid missions anymore if they're gonna hide these little surprises in here like this. Or I'll just, if I detect it again, if I accept a power grid mission, I'll just go, okay, well they have a 2 kilometer wide exclusion zone around base itself, equals 6 square kilometers of exclusion. So I will just not do this mission. I'll take off back up in the atmosphere and I'll cancel the mission. They can go screw themselves. That's what I should have done right from the outset. Anyway.
Yeah, like I said, you should have gone mining with me. I haven't blown up yet.
Oh, I'm sure. Of course, you don't mine anywhere near the resource centers, so you're not getting the painite that you're looking for. And why won't you go near the resource centers? Well, gee, there's pirates in there that will try to kill you.
Gee, there's 30 ships there shooting at you nonstop.
That's right.
Painite.
That's right.
You need a full wing there to basically keep everyone off you.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's impossible! That's why I haven't taken up mining for specific resources, at least. I can do it generally, but one guy, what's his name, Nate Dogs, was mining with his Anaconda, and he brought, what he did there was, if he wasn't using his Anaconda in Fighters for Defense, he would sneak up close to the extraction zones, and he did find the odd asteroid in there that had some really valuable shit. But he wasn't like way off in the middle of the ring somewhere where there was no extraction zone. But I don't know how often that works, and it probably doesn't work in every case. And he had an Anaconda. And now I'm 10 million credits further away from having my own Anaconda. What the hell? My scooter alarm is going off outside. You have to understand, my scooter was stolen a bunch of times, so I keep wondering if people are like out there trying to like get through the chain or something. If I hear it again, I'm gonna have to go out there. Okay, well, I'll leave you to your mining. Have a good night.
Yep.
What the... Alright, everyone. Too cautious. In this game, you'll learn to be cautious by getting blown up and keep doing it again and again. As he claimed he got blown up 3 times. Anyway, in one night. A couple weeks ago, I think it was. Anyway, you won't see me doing that, but I am in the stockade right now. Actually, what can I do in the stockade? Welcome to the Orbital Stockade. N65. I think that's where we are, yeah? Yeah, N65. Welcome to Orbital Stockade N65. Okay, that's the second one. We have to go investigate our possible scooter being stolen. So I'm going to go do that. And in the meantime, we've paid off all of our bounties. Can't do anything here, really, except leave. And that we will do tomorrow, and presumably there's guest quarters somewhere on this ship that we're aboard. Felony is futile. Criminality will not be tolerated. Remember, we are watching you. Jettison the past. Oh, remember we are watching. Okay. Oh my goodness. They have ads here reminding prisoners to behave themselves. How nice. Have a look at the surface of this place. I think this is a Wells-class carrier vessel. Not entirely sure, but let's find out. Shall we? Ooh. Well, these must be the cell blocks over here. Yes, folks, this is an Imperial detention area. Unless it belongs to the Federation. I don't know who it belongs to. I think it's the Empire. Maybe it's the Alliance. Gotta love their commercial prisons. Those are the engineering compartments. Nope, those are the cell blocks. It says right there. I'm no longer in the detention area. Well, I'm guessing this is not a planetarium. Of course, they have searchlights just in case, what, you're in a spacesuit and making a big break for it? What the hell do they hope is to accomplish? Okay, anyway, that's going to be it for me for tonight, folks. Once again, check out the links on the YouTube page where you got this video in the description. There are links to several bits of very useful information, which you should review. This is Commander Trium, signing off. Thanks for watching.